Hi everyone, welcome to Excellence, the varsity of Excel. Master Excel, Master Efficiency. Let us start. Let us understand the basics fundamentals of Excel. At certain times, we need to view a different area of one worksheet simultaneously. So what we can do is we can create multiple windows for one workbook. Just go to view and this particular window area, click new window. Please note the name what we have now. It is book 1. By clicking new window, there is a new book created as 1 2 and parallelly we have 1 1. So if you want to see them side by side, just click here and go to the other one, do the same exercise, then drag it side by side. We can see them together at the same time. So if you want to see mark 1 is this one, we want to see how much is mark 90, it is here. So if you delete here, what will happen is same time this will get deleted. Even if you close one of the window, it will not ask you to save until we are closing the last file. Arranging windows by side we have done manually. Now Windows gives an option to do it by itself. What we can do is we have to create a new window. Let's click here, new window. Window 1 2 is created and 1 1 is already available, this one. Then what we need to do is go to view, click view side by side. Window has presented it side by side. Now we have option synchronized scrolling. By clicking this one, you can decide whether both has to be scrolled together. Now if you scroll, both are getting scrolled together. If you just deactivate it, if you scroll it, the bottom one is not getting scrolled. And this is how you arrange the window side by side and work parallelly. If you want to go back to the normal view, just click it again, it will be normal view. This is how we will be able to view the windows side by side. Addition to it, Excel gives an option to split the windows to panes. Depends on the position of the active cell or column or row, it can be split into 2 or 4. If you select a column and use the function, then it will split the windows to 2 panes. We have to go to view, windows and use split. See, we have selected a column and using split. So this is split into 2. And if you move like this, see only one pane is getting moved. Now next thing is we select a row and use the function. Already it is split, we have to undo it and we go to split again, do split. This is split into 2. We can scroll this one alone, we can scroll this one alone, and we can work on either of them comparing or seeing some other data. Now, if you want to split it into 4 panes, what we can do is keep anywhere where you want to split it, keep it here, go to split and click it, it is split into 4. Whatever action you are doing on one pane will be affecting the other pane. This 79 we are going to delete. You see this deleted at all the 4 places. This is how Excel gives the option to split the panes and view them parallelly for the easy working. Next option is to crease the panes. Suppose we are working in Excel which has a large data. Let us go to this side. Now we are at this particular position and we don't know this marks belongs to whom. We have to go back here and see, okay, this is 130. Code number 130, we can see like this. Instead of this, if you freeze the panes, it is easy to know this kind of informations. So for that, what we need to do, same thing, we can select where we want to keep. Suppose the mark 1, if you are going down, let's say this is big, little big, and this is mark 1. Suppose, we are coming here and this 87, we don't know which mark. It's mark for subject 8. So we need to go up and down to see for the details. So instead of that, what you can do is keep the cursor here as active cell and go to view, again windows, use freeze panes, freeze. So what happens is when you are moving around the Excel, whatever is the freeze row and the freezed column will be stagnant, it will not move. So let us see what happens. If you are going down, we know that this is mark of subject 7. And if you go here and go up, wherever you go, you know that this is the mark of 114. Suppose we don't want to freeze column and row at the same time. We want to freeze only one column. If you want to freeze column A, select column B like is, use freeze. So what happened is only this particular column is freeze. You can see there is a difference between slight difference between this line and this line. It shows that this is a freeze column. So if you go, you can see only the column is freeze. If you come down, the row is getting moved. Similarly, what we can do is let us unfreeze it. Unfreeze. We can do only this row to be freeze. For that, if you want to freeze number 2, or row number 2, we have to select row number 3 and go here, freeze panes. See, there is a difference between these two lines, this one and this one. This says that it is freeze. We can go down like this. When you go to this particular freeze panes option, there are another two more options here. Freeze top row. If you want to just freeze the row number 1, we can click on it. Freeze first column. If you are freezing only column A, you can use this function. This is how the freeze option functions. Excel gives another option to watch a particular cell or few cells while we are working in any part of the Excel. So you want to see this particular cell at all the point of time whenever you are working at this sheet or working in a different sheet. So what we have to do is we have to go to formula, use watch window, and here this is a watch window, add watch window. This particular cell is selected, or you want to change it to this one, it's okay. We have selected this one, and now what happens is, can make it small. Book number 1, this is book number 1. Sheet number 1, this is sheet number 1. And B28, cell number B28, the value is 2098 and there is a formula in it. So even if you are going to a another shell, now we are at sheet number 2, you can see this one. So even if you have multiple sheets and you are working in, let us say, sheet 10, and you want to see something what is happening with the sheet 1, a particular cell or multiple cells, you can see by using add window. Let us add one more cell. What we will select is this one. See, it's appeared here. So this is how watch window works. Now let us see how to insert a row and a column. It's very simple. This is the number of the row, number 7. Click on it, right click and press insert. There is a new row added to it. Similarly, if you want to add a column, what we can do is right click here, insert, new column is added. Addition to it, if you go to home, cells, insert column is inserted. If you want to do the same thing for a row, you have to go to home, cells, insert row. That's how it is done. Now let's say we don't want this particular column. We want to delete it. What we can do is either we can right click it and delete it. Next option is go here, delete column is done. Similarly, you can right click this one and delete the row. Top of it, go here, delete rows is done. This is how deletion of rows or columns are done. Let's see how to increase the width of the column. Suppose if you go here, it is student code, you can see here, but it is not visible here. There are different options to increase the width of the column. What we can do is, see, if you click here, the cursor is behaving like a arrow. You go to this particular area, it becomes a cross. Just press it and drag it. This is one of the options. Let us redo it. Okay. Next option is just double click here. You have the cursor with the cross sign. Double click it. It will be automatically adjusted. Let us undo it. And next option is go to home, cells, format, column width. This is column width. We can click it and now there is a number 8.1. We don't know how much we need. Let us try with 50. This is how we can use this particular function. Addition to it, let us keep it back. We can go to same place, home, cells, format, and auto fit column. So if you click it, it will be automatically fit to the width of the data. Similarly, we can increase the height of the row. So let us say here, if you go here, 101 John is listed in 2 lines, but we can see only John here. What we need to do is we have to increase the height of the row. The options are same as what we did for the columns. So what we need to do is go here, we can just drag it and increase the width of the column. Let us undo it. And second option is same, the cross sign should be there, double click it, it will be increased. Again let us undo it. Now go to home, cells, format, row height. So let us say it is 18, to this one, now that it should be approximately 36. Let us do like this. So again undo, home, cells, format, auto fit, row height. This is how we can increase the row width. Let us see how to hide the rows and columns. Suppose we don't want to show one row to when we present something to somebody. Let us say this particular row we want to show. So what we can do is we can just click here and right click hide. This hidden from the visibility. This particular thing we can do by clicking here or keeping it here. Go to home, cells, format, hide rows. It's hidden. Now, if you want to hide a column, what we can do is we can do the same thing. Right click is hide. Suppose we want to use the other option. We go to home, go to cells, format, hide columns. Now, if you want to unhide them, whatever we hide and keep, we want to unhide them, we can select like this and right click unhide. Let us hide it again. Other option is we have to select it again, go to home, go to cells, format, unhide rows. See it is unhidden. Similarly, if you want to unhide a hidden column, what we need to do is we have to select the columns near to it like this and just right click and unhide. Suppose we want to use the other option, let us hide it and see how to do it again. We have to go and select the columns at both sides of the hidden column. Then go to home, go to cells, format, unhide columns. This is how we can hide and unhide rows and columns. When we hide a column or a row, width of the column and height of the row is set to 0. So what happens is if you navigate in Excel from A, if you go, it will not go to B, it will go to C. Suppose we want to go to a cell in column B. What we can do is we can press Control G and we can type B2. It will go to B2. See, we are in B2 now. If you want to edit something in B2, we can do it now without unhiding. Additionally, we can press F5 to perform the same function. I'm pressing F5. See here, we are in C18. We can go to, let's say, B21. It's going to B20. So this also applicable for rows. If you select F5, let's say C25, we are in row number 25. These were few basic fundamentals which we should know while we are working in Excel. Once again, welcome to Excellence, the Varsity of Excel. Hope you have enjoyed the section. Thank you.